Welcome to the MovieCap channel. The film begins with several news channels reporting on a catastrophic virus. This virus was named Sahara and was rated with a 100% fatality rate. The virus has penetrated people's lives so much that there are only 3 billion people left on Earth, reports say. With humanity in rapid decline, the United States government has devised a plan to preserve the population. They decided to build 500,000 bunkers. A lottery is held to select the people who will stay in the bunker. There is one man in each bunker, and they must stay there until the flu stops. Once everything is back to normal, people will gather again for the resettlement program. In the next scene, we are shown the inside of the bunker. Surprisingly, there is a 24-hour supply of water, and the used water is processed and turned into drinking water. For electricity, the inhabitants of the bunker must do regular physical exercises, otherwise the electricity will go out. When it comes to food, they are fed a protein cocktail called Supplyval. A view of the weather outside is displayed in the bunker. This helps residents control their sleeping patterns, with morning sun and evening darkness. A few years later, we witness a conversation with 7 people via video conference. They all lived in their own bunkers and had different personalities. 7 people are called by the name of their cities and villages. One of them is Boston, a tough but good-hearted guy. Boston is their leader. One of the conferences is attended by an aggressive man named Orlando. He insists that the outside world will never return to normal, that they are trapped here for the rest of their lives. Orlando and the others try to calm him down, but he won't listen. Instead, Orlando recounts his horrific past. He was sentenced to life imprisonment for killing 15 people in the past. There is also a religious woman named Atlanta, who joins Orlando in conversation and asks him about the reason for his crimes. Crazy Orlando says it was just for fun. Hearing this, the group is disgusted by him, and they want to get rid of Orlando. Fortunately, there was an IT specialist named Denver in the group. He tells Orlando that if he turns off the video call, he can't get it back and he'll be alone for the rest of his life without talking to anyone. It was so hard to decide that they put it to a vote. 3 people vote to stop the transfer of Orlando, Boston, Atlanta, and a black guy named Chicago. But Phoenix, Houston, and another man claim the punishment is too harsh. After a while, Orlando gets angry and tells them that he doesn't like his boring face and tells them to turn off his video feed. Hearing this, the group decides to shut him down, and Denver hacks the system and shuts him down for life. That night, Phoenix and Denver can't sleep and they discuss Orlando. Phoenix mentions that what they did was wrong. As we watch their conversation, it becomes clear that they both have a relationship. After that, 8 months will pass. They respected each other very much despite the loss of a limb. After a while, due to an anomaly in the system, the weather lights in Houston begin to change dramatically. Group members are assigned a certain task. For example, Atlanta has to keep their team healthy, while Denver is responsible for keeping everyone informed about the state of the outside world. Thanks to the computer that displays additional information in the bunker, it is possible to monitor the number of people left in the world, the heart rate of all group members, and other information. While everyone is busy with their work, a member of the group named Chicago gets bored. He tells everyone that what is being done is pointless and clicks on the computer keyboard without listening to the others in the group. The bunker guide appears on everyone's computer, and everyone has to watch the video because it's unmissable. In the video, the creator of the bunker begins to explain to Nadine the various amenities inside. It shows that the bunker is 30 feet below the surface and mentions that the number of groups is 500,000 with 7 people per group. Their only mission is to help each other survive until the virus is eradicated from the face of the earth. A few days later, the group is at one of their usual conferences, talking about computer bugs. While Boston sees it as a temporary blip, others fear it. That night, Phoenix calls her boyfriend, Denver. Phoenix says the system may have been hacked by the boss, which means they assume the computers malfunctioned because Orlando cut off the video feed. Phoenix then pleads with Denver to hack the system and bring Orlando back, as this was the only option for the system to be active. Denver says she'll try, and they talk for a bit and learn about Phoenix's past. One of these days, Denver will make it, and the news will be shared with Phoenix. They called him and watched Orlando's bunker. Orlando is nowhere to be seen. Later in the evening, they decide to tell the group. The group is surprised to hear this, especially angry that Boston logged in without informing them. However, the couple simply replies that they no longer care about voting. One night, Phoenix calls Denver again. He invites Orlando to watch some of his private videos, as Orlando's private videos may contain information about his whereabouts. Denver promises to do just that, using her best hacking skills and getting Orlando to download several of his private videos. Then the couple starts watching the videos one by one. Most of them will just be videos of Orlando doing things shirtless. In the last video, it suddenly cuts out and Orlando screams. During the video, it suddenly disappears or it seems that someone has taken it away. The next day, the whole group discusses Orlando's video. Shocked by the video, Boston insists that the bunker is safe, but Phoenix tells them to find a way to escape before it's too late. Houston on the other hand is already going crazy because of the broken lights. Unfortunately, that night, things took a turn for the worse. Houston starts banging her head against the wall because the group tries to calm her down and asks her to stop. However, Houston's video feed cuts out, and the sounds of someone being punched in the bunker are heard. When the video restarts, Houston is already gone, as is Orlando. This surprises the group, who now believe that something is up. The next day, Phony X leads the group, who agree to search the bunker for something so they can escape. Everyone except Lazy Chicago agrees and they start checking out their place. Religious woman Atlanta is the first to destroy the air duct and say that there is sand in it. The group says it can't be because they were 30 feet below the ground where there is no sand. Atlanta noticed the airflow by inspecting the pipe. Atlanta's video transmission is interrupted. Someone forcibly takes it away. The group is devastated to witness this. Now they realize that anyone can attack at any time. Hope to live in Chicago is over. He dies near the main door. Now there are only 3 people left in the group. While Boston and Phoenix are down, Denver isn't going to give up easily. He proceeds to hack the system and manages to connect the other survivors to the bunker. He shares this with his friends. Bowden and Phoenix are surprised to see the stranger. Denver then reveals something strange again. Although he hacked into the system, only 1,000 bunkers were found in the entire system instead of the 500,000 mentioned. Phoenix realizes that something is wrong and suggests that Denver escape the bunker. Boston says it's impossible. Phoenix states that if the wires in the bunker are cut, the door can be opened. The guys say the plan is risky, but now Phoenix is willing to put his life on the line. Seeing Phoenix's determination, the boys also agree to this plan, and they say their last goodbyes. Then everyone starts cutting the wires, opening the doors as soon as the alarm goes off, and they do it. Phoenix was the first to come out of the gate. Surprisingly, the exit led to a hallway that looked like a normal apartment. After a while, Denver comes out from the next room and is confused that they have lived next door for 6 years. Boston comes out from the other room as the two embrace in joy and confusion. In the next moment, they walk down the corridor and go outside, and suddenly they see the face of the world. After 6 years they finally feel the sunshine. Meanwhile, Phoenix climbs the stairs and is surprised to see a city full of people. After a while, Phoenix feels like someone is watching him as he tries to share the news with his friends. It turns out that 2 young men in police uniforms are looking for them. They come up with a plan to get rid of the suspicious guys, and while Boston distracts them, Denver and Phoenix arrive at the office. Suddenly, Nadine, the creator of the bunker, comes in with a gun and threatens them. He also claims that Phoenix is a dangerous person. Nadine reveals everything when the couple are asked about what's going on. In fact, bunkers are specialized prisons where all people are prisoners. Nadine tells criminals like Phoenix that they are being kept in bunkers as a life and a chance. And he says that the mass destruction virus is a contrived excuse to lock criminals in a bunker. Then they ask about Orlando. Nadine says that when Orlando was kicked out of the group, his video somehow leaked, causing the project to be shelved. Orlando says he was moved to a bunker in an even worse environment. After a while, Phoenix asks what Denver was locked up for. Denver says he stalked 15 women and posted them online, causing them to commit suicide. Then the police officers catch them. In the final scene, we see Denver and Phoenix being led down the aisle, with everyone except Chicago and Orlando there. The film ends when the survivors are returned to their places. Thank you for your attention.